Welcome back to Cope's Corner. I'm your host, as always, Mike Copenaber, aka Real Mike. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, all the likes of KOPESKORNER. Stoked to be here to talk about some UFC 289 going down this weekend, which is Amanda Nunes taking on Aldana, the Chicana. Should be an absolutely phenomenal main event. I know we had a couple other fights that dropped out of this UFC Vancouver the event going down. My man, Mr. B, will be the MMA co-host for tonight. Cannot wait to talk to him about some things. It's been a while, and normally we are pretty consistent and persistent about these things. But I need a little break and a little breather. There's too many UFC cards and not enough of them that really are warranted talking about. So, with that said, I'd like to thank the first sponsor of the show, and that's Brandon Sua of Sua Law Group. He's the best law practitioner over here on the West Coast. He does family law, criminal law, and what's it? Freaking missing one of them. Personal injury, in case you get injured in an accident, anything like that. Really, really amazing dude. His team's absolutely phenomenal. I've known the dude since I was a young man, and he is one of the best people that I've ever met, let alone law practitioners. And him and his group are always on top of things and just make you feel right at home. If it's a crooked DA, cop, baby mama drama, whatever it is, he is the man. So if you're in the 805 or Los Angeles area, Brandon Sua of Sua Law Group, can't thank him enough for making impossible to go live here on StreamYard. With that said, my man, Mr. B, the MMA guy, co-host for tonight. How are you doing, my dude?
Ooh, what's going on, Mike? It's been a long
it,
time,
it
brother.
feels
It's been a long
it,
time.
it bro, that's probably the longest hiatus ever in the last like fuck man 5+ years for me, because in the sense I did the MMA for Money podcast for so many years. And it was every like Thursday, and so Wednesday or Thursday, and so I never really missed those days. And if we did, it maybe be a week, maybe two. And it's been more than a few, but I really do miss shooting the shit with you, Mr. B. But I heard that it smells like a burnt barbecue over there in New York City.
Yeah, man, it was pretty crazy. Tony D, what's up, man? Tony D
What
in
up,
the chat,
Tony?
man.
How you doing, dude?
Um, yo, man, it was crazy. It was crazy. The wildfires took place out there in Canada. All that smoke, all them burned trees, all that came downward, man. It hit everybody on the East Coast. It was
I don't.
crazy.
I was saying, I don't know if you guys did see, but there was a really cool time lapse that they showed of New York City of like the different stages of smoke. Really cool, man. It almost look. I mean, because I'm over here on the West Coast in California, Southern California, we get a lot of wildfires. It gets real dry and not enough water, and so we're used to kind of the swing of those crazy smoke storms that Mr. B rarely gets to see, other than fucking what 9/11 B is the last time you saw some shit like that, right?
Yeah, I think yeah,
like like
yeah. It
like
was
that
nine
that
11.
that crazy, right? I mean, because there's only a few scenarios where it feels like fucking gloom and doom, and when you're surrounded by smoke, it gets pretty lonely.
For
So,
real, man.
everyone in your family has made it through with no asthmatic issues or any problems like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah. It was okay. Yeah, kids are okay. Folks are all right. People I know in the neighborhood were all right. Some of the older folks had to stay home, but
Yeah,
for the most part, yeah,
the air
it was
quality.
all right.
Did they stop school then for the air quality, right? Or was school already out for
They
summer?
released kids early for the
Okay,
air quality,
okay.
and they had schools was closed over here on today and
so
yesterday.
so
So
you got so you know how like the East Coast gets snow days, we get fucking air quality is shit days type that for only because of the fucking fires, and that's like our snow day. We're like fuck yeah, it's just because of the fires we get to stay home, even though we can't do shit because you don't want to go outside because you can't breathe. So, but with that said, man, we are here to talk about UFC 289. Amanda Nunes is taking on Irene Aldana, our Mexican Chicana, and I absolutely love her. And this should be a good main event. And we have Charles Oliveira taking on Benil Dariush, and that should be an absolutely phenomenal bout. I know that there was a couple other bouts that we would have really liked to have happened on this card, but sometimes you just have things drop out, and it is what it is. But overall, this is going to be a pretty decent card over there in Canada and Vancouver. Shout out to my boy Justin L from Vancouver, one of the old sponsors of the show. A good friend who I just met up with over here in Glendale, California when he visited. But either way, first fight of the night B is between Diana Belbita takes on Maria Oliveira. This should be a fairly even matchup, man. B, I'm having a tough one going back and forth between the two of these chicks. Vegas has it picked the same two. It's pretty much a pick 'em between the two of them. It's depending on which books you get. Negative 115 Belbita, negative 105 for Maria Oliveira. And it can swing either way, 5 cents, 10 cents on the dollar. But we have Diana Belbita, 26 years old, and 26-year-old Maria Oliveira. They both are going to weigh the 115, and then they 5'7" of Diana versus the 5'6" of Maria Oliveira. Very minor height difference. The reach 1 inch longer for the 1 inch shorter Maria Oliveira, which is usually weird for someone that is an inch taller. Usually has an inch reach longer. Maria Oliveira, last time that she fought, she took on Vanessa Demopoulos. Vanessa Demopoulos was the OnlyFans chick, B, or that was a stripper? That was a stripper.
That's a stripper.
Okay, that was a stripper chick. So she took on the stripper chick, Vanessa Demopoulos, and then won a unanimous decision. And I believe that we even called that one as well. And then she took on. No, yeah, we actually picked Vanessa Demopoulos, a stripper chick. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
And then Gloria DePaula, she won a split decision. She lost the Tabitha Ricci, 805 fucking fighter over here in Ventura County, that she lost to. So every time that she's fought someone that has any bit of skill, Maria Oliveira has shown that she does not like it and usually ends up losing a decision. She's taking on Diana Belbita, who does have some skill. She's 14-7. She's a fan favorite on Twitter. She last took on herself, Gloria DePaula, and she lost a decision there. Hannah Goldie, she won a unanimous decision there. Then she lost to Luana Juja, armbar round 1, and then lost to Molly Meatball McCann, who's tough as nails. Man, dude, I'm having a real tough time on this one, B. Sometimes I get stupid and I just start looking at the girls instead of actually the fighters. And so my heart's with Diana Belbita, but like part of me says that Oliveira could be a little tougher in the clinch and then could hurt her a little bit. But I don't know, man. I'm going to stick with my heart, and I'm going to go with Diana Belbita. B. I'm going to hope that you have a little bit better say in this one. What do you say?
All right. I had the same problem that you have. I was going with Diana Belbita too.
God damn you, B. You're supposed to be more helpful.
Here's the thing, though. Diana Belbita is a tough chick. She's going to have that hometown crowd because even though she is not from Canada, she has moved into Canada. She trains out of Canada.
Good point, B.
So she will have the crowd of, you know what I mean? The crowd's going to be cheering for her. I think, she's from Romania, but yeah, she trains in Canada. So that's like her second home.
Dude,
here's the thing.
Diana's fine, bro. I just can't. Yeah. I can't help it. I can't.
Yeah, she is. She really is.
Help it. I just hey, Diana, holler at someone single. I'm not, but just if I would try, and I would get denied probably. But I'm just saying.
But yo, freaking. The thing is, like, her fight IQ is kind of iffy, man. It's very questionable. The fight IQ is questionable. The strategies in the cage are questionable.
100%. Both of them though do that. Both of them have that same problem, B.
Here's the bigger problem, though. That's very true, but it leans more with Oliveira's side as far as takedown defense goes.
Oh, 100%. Oliveira, that's her biggest Achilles heel with those little chicken legs.
Everybody's managed to take her down. All her losses, everybody takes her down. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy, man. And it's like, yo, her striking is good. That output is crazy. When she pops them jabs out there, she throws those combinations. She throws with high volume for the good 2 rounds. But yo, she gets dogged. Gloria DePaula, she won by split decision because she managed to outpoint Gloria DePaula. DePaula got a takedown on her. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then she kind of abandoned them joints. Demopolis got her down. Vici got her down. They controlled the hell out of her.
But those
Diana
girls,
has to do the
those,
same thing.
to the defense of Oliveira, those girls have that thick lower
Crazy.
base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That thick wrestling base. I think Diana Belbita, the one thing that she does lack is, and what I do like in my girls is a little bit of booty. And so I'd like to see a little thicker lower base there, B. And I'm not hating. I'm just saying if I'm making a
Shoot.
girl out of Play-Doh, I'm gonna Play-Doh, Shit.
Uh,
God, I miss you, B.
oh my God. True, man. True. But I'm gonna hope that Diana gets a win here. I'll take Diana. I
Okay.
hope that she comes in with a smart game plan. She know her job's on the line a little bit. She's in the hometown crowd. They come in with a good strategy. Use takedowns, please. Diana Belbija. I'll take her by a decision. Yeah.
We're gonna find out if we're thinking with our heart, or we're thinking with our brain, or we're thinking we're both insane. But either way,
But
Diana
Maria,
Belbita,
man, Maria.
we
Woo.
want, we want, we want you. We wish you the best. Is all we can say. All right.
Yes,
The
yes,
next fight
indeed.
of the night is between David Dvorak takes on Steve Ursig, who's a newcomer, I believe. Pretty
Yes,
highly
indeed.
talented kid. That you get to break it down first. I'm sure that you know a little bit about him. I'm gonna refill this red wine and be.
Sure, man. Let's talk about it. So, David Dvorak will be up in here, man. If I remember correctly, he is the number 10 ranked flyweight in the division. Not often you really get the prelims with ranked fighters, even in the pay-per-views. Some of them, you know what I mean? Big time ranked guys, but Dvorak is one of those dudes. Ranked number 10, the flyweight division. He's 31 years old. 5'5" with the 68-inch reach, representing the Czech Republic. Right now in his last 5 fights, he has 2 losses. If I remember correctly, what are those last 2 losses? One of them was against Manel Kopp. I remember that one.
He's
One
fought
was
some
against
tough.
Kopp.
He's fought a couple tough guys
Yeah.
that he lost to. He's had no easy task walking in.
Yeah. He fought well, his last his when he first came in, he had three solid wins, strong wins. But the last 2, Mateus Nicolau and Manel Kopp, 2
Yep.
tough dudes in the division.
Dude, you can't. I mean, like literally, you're talking about top 10 guys.
Yeah,
Something
pretty
like that.
much.
Something
Pretty
like
much. He's for real though. He's a pretty sizable guy, somewhat of a big guy for 125. Has a lot of pressure that he brings in his fights. A lot of cage control against the cage, the occasional takedown, but does really good with the striking. Good selective striking. Really good fight IQ out there. He's going against this dude by the name of Steve Ursig. Now, I had no clue who Steve Ursig is.
that. Oh well, he's a
But
good motherfucker.
until I did some research, Steve Ursig is a monster who's 9-1,
Mm-hmm.
has about 6 or 8 wins by submission. He's 27 years old, 5'9" with the 68-inch reach. Out of a gym I never really heard of. Goes by the name of Astro Boy.
Hey,
My dude.
that reminds me of that Astro Glide that we used to use on girls back in the day. Sorry.
But yo,
I didn't say that.
no problem.
No, I'm just joking.
But yeah, he's riding this win streak right now. And one of the names that was interesting that he beat, he has two names. One by the name of Tim Moore, who's more known regionally, but Shannon Ross, who was on the Contender Series back in 2021. He fought, Vinicius Salvador, had that crazy fight, but he absorbed a whole bunch of damage and got beat up. And then Ross made his official debut, but he fought Clayton Rodriguez and ended up on the bad side of a highlight reel knockout. Other than that, though, this dude Ursig really got good jiu-jitsu, man. Problem is, I don't think this is the one, though. I'm gonna take David Dvorak. I think Dvorak has been through enough of the guys in the division. Unless you carry in big power or really good speed and striking, you know what I mean? You're not gonna give Dvorak problems like that.
You know, this
There's
is
six.
this is like this is David Dvorak's path was really tough. This is
Yeah,
like a very tough fight to start your whole career here. Like this ain't
yeah,
it's so I'm with you, B. I'm almost exactly the same. Like I think this kid has a lot of talent. I think that he's very skilled. He's actually very big for the size. When they went face to face at the weigh-ins, right? B. So how big
yes, yes,
looked very big and strong. But the thing he lacks is just a little bit of experience, huh, B?
yeah. But I will tell you one thing. He gives me Ryan Hall vibes, and that kind of scares me a little bit. But I'm gonna go with David Dvorak though.
Well, yeah. Right now, the odds makers in Vegas, they have David Dvorak favored at the negative 270 mark, plus 220 comeback for the underdog. If you're not familiar with betting and you want to know what that means, negative 270 means that you got to throw $270 to make 100, and then on the underdog, Steve, and plus 220 means that you put $100, you'll make 220 free, and then get your $100 back. So that's why
Yes,
a lot of people in Vegas bet underdogs, because you're gonna make money if they win. And these
yes,
are fist fights, and I mean, they should be more of like 50-50s. But with this one here, there's a lot of experience with David Dvorak that has me kind of on the same side as B. But I got a lot of red flags up in my brain, and I'm like, this don't parlay David Dvorak. In a normal situation where you would see a newcomer like this for a veteran, I might even be
yeah,
betting David Dvorak, but I don't like the number at negative 270. And I also kind of like Steve Ursek. So I don't even want to have any parts of it. And I definitely think that this is one of those in a parlay. You could end up getting absolutely fucked just to start off your night in what you thought was a sure thing. So
yeah.
don't even recommend betting parlays very often, because they will blow your buzz. The next fight of the night is between Blake Builder takes on Kyle Nelson. I believe Blake Builder's another newcomer here, right, B? Blake
He
Builder,
came in a while ago. He came in a
yeah,
while ago. He fought Shane Young.
contender
Yeah,
series. He fought, and then he fought Shane Young.
yeah. He dusted Shane Young. He beat up
Is that
Shane
your?
Young.
Did yours go make noise? Is you making noise on that? Me?
Oh, that's me. I'm watching one.
Okay.
One is up.
Uh,
Yeah.
Somehow
Let
it
me
came
go
on the
download.
audio.
Oh,
But yeah, so Dave. So either way, what was I doing? Oh, so Blake Builder. Sorry, totally y'all got all mixed up. Blake Builder versus Kyle Nelson. Blake Builder fought in the Contender Series. Then he fought one fight in the UFC. I believe it was at UFC 284. Then now
yes.
this is his like one of his toughest fight to date, taking on the Canadian veteran in Kyle Nelson. He called himself the Monster. They're both 32 years old though. They're both obviously going to fight the 145 weight class. They're 5'8" versus 5'11" for Kyle Nelson. So Kyle Nelson's going to be much significantly taller, in my opinion, 3 inches. He's also going to have a almost 3-inch reach advantage, 71-inch reach for 68.5-inch reach for Blake Builder. Kyle Nelson, he has last fought. Kyle Nelson's 13-5-1 on his record. He last fought Duho Choi on draw majority decision. What the hell happened there?
Yes, the draw. That was that draw.
That was a weird
That
one,
was
right?
that draw.
Either way,
Yeah, there was
Duo
a
Troy's a tough motherfucker. So to even get to a draw, a lot of respect, because he's real powerful and has some big overhand punches. Then he lost to Jai Herbert. I do not like that loss at all, B. Then Billy Q, he lost right across the round 3. You know I don't like that loss, B, because I don't like you get knocked out. He won to beat Polo Reyes punches round 1. That's actually impressive, because Polo Reyes had some fucking steam on him with punches. But he's been choked out. Matt Sales, arm triangle, ground and pound Diego Ferreira. That gives me a lot of red flags for Kyle Nelson, even though he is the veteran, does have a ton of experience. I don't like what I'm seeing there. But the Blake Builder, kind of the newer guy, 8-0-1, only had no losses, but he's won to a draw. 32 years old, like I said. He last took on Shane Young. Shane Young is a very impressive guy. He won a unanimous decision, and that was pretty much his first UFC fight after the Contender Series. So pretty good test right after that. Avrina choked Alex Morgan round 1. KO TKO triangle choke. I mean, he's been a finisher and on a finishing streak. He just didn't have a lot of experience till he got in the UFC, and he's shown that case that he's pretty fucking good. He's going to be a lot smaller in this matchup. He's going to have the experience disadvantage, but for some reason, bro, I'm like feeling Blake Builder. I'm gonna look at the odds. Oh, bro, I'm so glad I'm not just an idiot. Blake Builder is the favorite at negative 240. Las Vegas has him at plus 196. Comeback for Kyle Nelson. I'm going Blake Builder. Even though I always like to go with the OG versus the newer guy B. I don't like what I see in Kyle Nelson unless you see something that he's improved on. What do you say about this?
First off, Kyle Nelson is representing Canada in this one. He is going to be another hometown hero. This card is in Canada. He's going to come out there and he's going to try to fight. But I feel Blake Builder is going to come out here. Blake Builder is going to put the heat on this man early and often.
Yeah.
This is a 145 fight. It's not a 155 fight. I like Kyle Nelson and how he looked in his fight against Jai Herbert. But at 145, he is very iffy. He is game, though. He is game. But I'm not sure if he's going to be able to weather that grappling storm that Blake Builder brings. We see what he did against Shane Young. He went out there and he put it on Shane Young. Even when the striking, man.
Shane Young ain't no joke either. He ain't no little bitch.
Word, man. And, Kyle Nelson's going to be out there. He's going to try to bring it. He's going to bring it for the 3 rounds. Best believe he's going to bring it. But I'm not sure if he's going to be able to handle that grappling ability of Blake, man. Blake's pressure, his top position, the way he sneaks into positions, his control, that stuff is scary, man. It's some scary, scary stuff. And he mixes it up with the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu.
And he's shown no real flaws yet.
No. He gels that stuff up pretty damn well. He's not leaving you openings when you get on the ground with him. You have to force one of those openings to try to get back up on your feet. I'm going to take Builder. I'm going to run with Builder on this one. I think Builder gets another W here.
The Kyle Nelson shows us nothing, B. He's shown us nothing to really go to warrant betting. He's tapped and napped, B, and I know he's got a lot of pressure in Canada right now. A lot of pressure, B.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
But the next fight of the night, B, you get the pleasure of breaking down first. And I'm actually excited for this matchup. It's Ayman Zahabi, one of the Zahabi brothers, the Firas Zahabi's brother, the famous coach over in Canada, GSP's coach at that, one of the best that there is at TriStar, one of the best gym period at that time in MMA at that time. I don't know about anymore, but it's definitely still great MMA minds in these two MMA brothers. Ayman Zahabi's taking on Aori Kulang. Mongolian murderer from China. This should be a great bout. B, you got to break it down first.
Yes, sir. Bantamweight bout. We got younger brother Zahabi out here, man. Ayman Zahabi, the younger brother of Firas Zahabi, the Zahabi boys, man. One of the greatest MMA coaches, man. Coach GSP, dude. You know what I mean? He was also, worked hand in hand with Greg Jackson and Mike Winklejohn, a couple other folks here and there. But yeah, man, Ayman Zahabi, 9-2, 35 years old, 5'8", 68-inch reach, representing Laval, Quebec, Canada. This is gonna be the loud cheer out here, man. Hell yeah!
This is a great fight for a prelim. I'll tell you guys.
Yeah. Last 2 wins he beat Ricky Tercios, unanimous decision. That was his last fight last year. And Draco Rodriguez, he put Rodriguez to sleep. I was very shocked by that one.
Yes.
But before that, he did lose to Vince Morales and Ricardo Ramos. Ramos caught him with that spinning back elbow. That was when Ramos was catching everybody with the back elbow. He had back-to-back finishes with the spinning back elbow, which is nuts. But before that, he beat Reginaldo Vieira by unanimous decision. Good footwork, super technical kickboxing, good setups, good movement, nice combinations. He's always striking in combination. That's the crazy thing. And if you see him going for a one-hit shot, one-hit quitter, it's usually it just comes with the quickness. you don't even really tell a load on it, which is nasty. He's going up against Arichi Lang. Arichi Lang, the
Can't
Mongolian
say it. I can't
murderer.
say it. If you can't say the shit, I can't say the shit. All right.
I know John Anik says Arichi Lang. So I'm gonna say it like that. If it's wrong, then it's wrong. But Arichi Lang, 24-9. 29 years old, 5'7", 69 and a third inch reach. I just say 69 inch reach. Out of Mongolia, China, currently riding a 2-fight win streak where he beat Jay Perrin, poor Jay Perrin, by unanimous decision, last fight out, and he annihilated Cameron Else. We actually picked Else. No, we picked Lang to beat Else on that card. He took 2 losses though before that to Cody Durden and Jeff Molina. This is straight up. He has an opening that you could take to beat him, and that is wrestling. But you have to be a very good grappler, a very strong wrestler. I don't think Zahabi's necessarily a strong wrestler, but I think for Zahabi's path to victory is to stick and move. Stick and move this whole fight, hurt him a little bit, and try to get your openings to get the takedown. For Richie Lang is to defend the takedowns and make Zahabi hurt. You got to make him pay for every little slick thing he tries to do. Make him pay for it. And you got to hurt him. You got to hurt him, whether it's the leg kicks, the good hooks. That boy throws some nasty hooks. The occasional good body shot. He needs to keep that going. Defend the takedowns, as I mentioned. He'll find his way there. I'm going to take Zahabi, though. That's the smart choice. I'm going to take Zahabi. I think Zahabi could literally move and dance around this man for 3 whole rounds. We've seen it before, and get the win.
And Aori's gas tank is kind of suspect at that too.
Exactly.
Later, right?
It is in the later rounds.
Because I like Aori's power. The Mongolian murderer.
Yes.
I think I for round 1, I like him round 1. If you guys like betting and fucking, if you want to possible, if he does come out like a monster and does catch Zahabi round 1B, Mongolian murder could knock him out. I could see that.
Yes.
That's a real possible thing. That's the power that he really does possess. But Zahabi possesses something even more instilling to me, and that's an high IQ, and that's a brain.
Yes.
He's a chess player. This is chess, not checkers. I tell my big brother War Machine that all the time. You may beat me up, but I will beat you up later in life in the sense of making it better, making my life better. It's just like power is not all. There's a lot of other things. There's technique. There's, like I said, there's a good attitude that's involved. There's so many things, and Zahabi does have so many of those things in his favor. And then he's got his big brother, once again, a great big brother there as a coach. It's very hard for me, even though I like my heart loves the Mongolian murderer, and I love the savagery that we're going to see round 1. But like B said, and I both feel, is that this could be a decision. Zahabi could win this in front of the fucking Canadian fans. He could edge this, and then be just running around on his bicycle all 3 rounds, and that's like a trusted thing that could happen. Like he's going to do that. Like he's not going to do that. I don't see him being that stupid and entering the pocket to get fucking mashed by a big hook. But you can get caught by a big left hook by a guy like Aori. So you have all the plans you want. We shall see. I'm going Zahabi as well with Mr. B. We both feel the same exact way. Mr. B, the next fight of the night is Jazzy Girl. Jasmine Jury, the Vicious takes on our girl Miranda Maverick. This is going to be a very good bout. We got Canadian Zone Jazzy Girl, and then we have USA Zone, one of the younger prospects that has been more exciting as of late. She does have a couple blemishes on her record, but that's pretty much only the times that she's fought girls that are even better than her. And I think one of them was the girl that we love, and it was Erin Blanchfield. The other one was Macy Barber B. That was that hair? That was an iffy one, right? That wasn't. Was that a?
That was the legit robbery. That was the robbery.
All right.
That was
So,
the robbery.
so one of these losses is not necessary, but both of them were to girls that are doing very well in the UFC. Erin Blanchfield, who we love, Macy Barber. So this one here is Jazzy Girl has a lot to take care of here. She's bigger. She has more experience in the sense. She's older by what? Uh fuck, almost 10 years, 9 years. She doesn't have more experience in fights than Miranda Maverick, and that's weird. You would think she does after as old as she is. 8-2 versus the 11-4 of Miranda Maverick. So that kind of negates her experience factor, other than she's just been there longer. I like Miranda Maverick here, B. I think this is her fight to win, her fight to lose as well. But I just don't know. Maybe I just hate her on Jazzy Girl, but tell me, B.
It's gonna be a gritty fight, bro. This is gonna be I am looking forward to this fight.
You see the betting odds, B? You see the betting odds?
No, I didn't.
Negative 300 Miranda Maverick, plus 240 for Jazzy Girl.
Jesus Christ.
It's a little disrespectful.
It is quite a bit disrespectful. No disrespect though. No disrespect. Miranda Maverick is a tough lady, man. Tough girl. My sister in Christ. She's a fellow Christian. But yeah, man, really good, really skilled. She's one of those young hot prospects right now, man. Along the lines of Erin Blanchfield. Who's it? Who's up there? Who's up in the mix?
Macy Barber.
Natalia Silva's up in there. Macy Barber, yeah. Macy Barber's kind of like a hit and miss because like her steam, because of these questionable decision wins she got.
I know, but her she got a good win last time out, didn't she? That pissed me off. That made me.
That one with KGB Lee,
yeah.
That one was questionable too.
That's
but it
true.
is what it is, man.
That's true. I picked KGB. I lost on that bet actually.
Yeah, we thought they had it, and then they said no. But yeah, man.
That I think we lost 2 bets that card, and both of them were like that.
Yeah, they were. So yeah, Miranda beat Shannon Young last time. Beat Sabina Mazo. We know Mazo. I have faith in Mazo. Mazo's out the organization anyway.
I don't have faith in Mazo.
Other than that, though, Macy's had good grappling. Not Macy, Miranda. Miranda's had good grappling, good Brazilian jiu-jitsu, good wrestling mix. Her Muay Thai stand-up striking has been really good, though. She's tying up on her punches. She throws those knees in the clinch, nasty knees. Her level changes have been pretty good. She's improved on the level changes. But yes, Jasmine is a big girl for 125.
Really big. Really big.
And the striking, she could strike. Her striking is still needs improvement somewhat, but she throws heavy. She could throw some heavy strikes. Her kickboxing is pretty solid. I wish there's more output to the kickboxing though. But when she uses her wrestling, she just uses that joint really to put her weight on people and just to have just to be strong, like top heavy. Just to be top heavy and just range shots on there. If there's any problems that Miranda Maverick, if she gets you down, she doesn't apply a lot of striking, a lot of ground strikes as much. She's kind of working on that a little bit more. Jasmine tends to kind of do that, but in the process, she would give up position. So if she has you and she's on top and she tries to strike, you manage to get away and escape. That's the one problem. She doesn't maintain the position properly. This is going to be a rough fight. This is probably one of the better, like, nose to nose as far as competition goes. But yeah, I'm going to take my girl Miranda Maverick on this one. But this one will be dicey. It will be dicey.
Yeah, I'm not betting this. I'm not touching this. Not even going to parlay it. Nothing. Don't want any part of this fight. This is too... I don't even like betting fights anymore that I'm not like for sure on. When I have that feeling B, and I'm like, if this is an alleyway, my in the alley theory, when in the alley theory, those are the ones I like. That's what I want to bet on type shit B. The next
Right.
fight of the night, you get the pleasure of breaking down first, and I'm actually interested in betting on this bout. We have Nasruddin Imavov takes on Christopher motherfucking Curtis. You got to
Yeah,
break
this
it
is
down.
interesting. This
Break
this
it
one is kind of
down.
funny.
Break it
This is funny because
down.
we have the fight that opens up the main card. I felt should have been on the prelim, and this fight should have been on the opener for the main card.
Yeah.
Nasruddin Imavov versus Chris Curtis. This is a middleweight fight. Number 12 versus number 14. It's crazy. Imavov's number 12. Curtis is number 14 in the division. Curtis is the underdog.
Imavov has been
That
on a
that, that was
roll.
kind of surprising to me too. But
Who did he
yo,
lose to?
Nasruddin Imavov, who?
Imavov. Who did he lose to last? That was only one blemish.
Strickland.
Yeah, like bro, like that's fuck, dude. That's Chris's fucking best friend.
That was Strickland, and that was at light heavyweight. So take that into consideration, people.
True, very true. Good points, B. Good points. And
But yeah,
Imavov
man.
took that very cocky and went up in weight. Remember?
Yeah, and he barely got to 205, which was crazy about on that one. Remember, he would wait at like 196 or 199 or something like that. He was bugging. He bugged out for that one.
We bet Strickland there.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, man, 27 years old, 6'3" with the 75-inch reach. That height will be something to pay attention to.
Height and reach is going to be very significant, right?
Yeah, but their reaches are kind of even.
The same. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy.
I don't believe that, B. I just can't handle it. It doesn't make sense to me.
No, that's the design, the frame of the people's bodies, man. But
then again, I'm 5'10" and my dick's as big as a guy that's 6'3". So you know what I mean? You just think about that.
This fucking guy, man.
Hey, I'm just saying, if that's true, then that's true. So that's what I'm saying.
Shit. He's out here with a dragon, y'all.
Hey, the chorizo.
But yo, Imavov has been good. Besides losing to Strickland, he did beat Buckley. He beat Edmund. He finished Edmund Sebastian and Ian Heinisch. Lost to Phil Hawes. So you know that if you can wrestle, if you have some sort of wrestling ability, you can defend his takedowns. His takedown ability is not really that strong. It's slick though. It's slick. But Chris Curtis though, 30-10. We've seen this guy do amazing things in UFC since he's returned. Since he's gotten here, he lost to Kelvin Gastelum, but that was a fight of the night, and it was crazy. There was also a head clash, controversial.
We lost a goddamn bet on that bullshit.
Word. And that headbutt should have counted for something, but they didn't count it.
Should got
bullshit. But he did knock out Jakeem Buckley. He knocked out Jakeem Buckley. He sent Jakeem Buckley back to was it him that sent Jakeem Buckley to 170? One of the two. So. But yeah. I think it was.
So. I believe so.
Yeah, it was him. Jack Hermanson, he lost to. That was that short notice fight. But he stopped 20 or 21 takedowns of Adolfo Vieira and beat that man up for a unanimous decision. He finished Brendan Allen. He finished Phil Hawes in his debut. Yo, I'm taking Chris Curtis. They do Chris Curtis to me at an underdog, and that dude has skills. Come on, man. Yo, Nasruddin Imavov is going to try to jab and fight rangy. He's going to leave himself open to get hit. If we learn anything from the Sean Strickland fight, Sean Strickland was sloppy, but he landed a hell of a lot of punches on this dude, Imavov. Chris Curtis could do that same thing and make him pay big time. I'm taking Chris Curtis on this one. Especially after that fight he had with Kelvin, he's going out there to make a point. He's going to beat up Nasruddin Imavov. I'm taking Chris Curtis.
Yeah, I got
Not only that, I'll bet on Chris Curtis, man. That's my underdog, dog.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I believe it, bro. Like I said, this is our boy. Well, I mean, we're Sean Strickland fans all day. I mean, these boys train with our boy Herman Tirado down San Diego when they go down there. and then also over in Extreme Couture, Las Vegas, where my brother War Machine used to train as well. So I'm naturally just biased for Chris Curtis and for Sean Strickland, and me, Mr. B. When we get a chance to get plus money on Chris Curtis versus a guy that I don't think he is as tough as the other guy, I think that he's bigger. I think that yeah, is Nazardine Imam is bigger. But I'm going Christopher motherfucking Curtis, and right now the odds makers have Chris Curtis at a plus 135, negative 160 comeback for Nazardine Imavov. So I'm gonna be putting down 1 unit down on Christopher Curtis to do the damn thing. I want to see who's tougher, and who's the hammer, who's the nail, and I think that Chris Curtis is the hammer, and we shall see next week because me and Mr. B both agree, and I like it even more in the sense. But like I said, he's got a lot to learn from Sean Strickland too, because Sean's going to be pressuring him, doing a lot of the things that Nazardine Imavov did when they fought each other. And I just think that it's a perfect opportunity for him to learn from a training partner that loves him very much. Chris Curtis and Sean Strickland are very good friends. And even though you see them talking shit to each other on all over social media, they are friends, just like a lot of us are friends that talk shit to each other in the locker room.
Right.
But I think it's a great opportunity for Chris Curtis, but a great fight too. So that finalizes the prelims for this pay-per-view. The pay-per-view starts with yo boy, not my boy B, but yo boy. But
it's not my boy.
He might be normally not my boy, but he might be my boy on this fight. I'm not sure. We shall see. But this fight B, we got Marc-Andre Barrial from Canada taking on your boy Eric Anders. Eric Anders says, "Damn, I can't believe I'm forgetting how old Eric Anders really is. 36 years old. Even though it's not that old, I'm fucking 37. But I'm 37, bro. I got gray hairs in my goatee now, bro. It's fucking wild. I thought I was turning into Santa Claus when I was trimming my beard for the show earlier, dude. It was fucking unbelievable.
I do too.
I might be I might be the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy soon. So they need that. I heard they need a new spokesperson. If my shit turns white, I might be that guy. But either way, we got 36 years old for your boy Anders, 33 years old for the Canadian, who's gonna have all those people cheering for him over there. 33, 6'1" versus 6'1", 75-inch reach for your boy, for 74-inch for Marc-Andre Barrial. Marc-Andre Barrial, his losses that concern me are the arm triangle choke from Fluffy late, because that means gas tank issues and a little bit of heart issues, and then overhand right from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which we bet on, and I loved it, but I don't like that, and so that gives me like the vibes of he doesn't like big, strong guys that can last for a while. Eric, your boy Anders, he might not be the most technical guy. He might not be the best jiu-jitsu guy. He might not be the best striker, but he is southpaw. He is very big and very strong. He is very, very used to moving around big guys in his D1 career. So this is one of those ones where, man, bro, I might be his boy. Your boy might be my boy. And I might need to go get a pull boy from fucking New Orleans after this. But the fact is, I don't know if I've said this very often, but I'm picking your boy, Eric Anders, the Bama D1 lineman, to do the damn thing. Defensive end, actually, right? Sorry.
Defensive end, yeah.
Can you believe I said that shit? It was weird.
Yeah, that's weird as hell, man.
I felt like I was Leonardo DiCaprio in Basketball Diaries and I just sucked dick. No, he didn't suck dick. He had his dick sucked, huh? I can't remember. I feel weird is the point. Did you ever see that movie, B? Basketball Diaries? It's a good movie. It's a good movie, but it's fucking weird. It's fucking very weird. It gets weird. Things get weird.
It gets odd. It gets back.
You could build 100 bridges in your lifetime, but if you get your dick sucked by a dude or you suck a dude's dick, you're not a bridge builder. You are something else. But either way, Basketball Diaries, I have no clue why that popped up. But a great Leonardo DiCaprio movie. And if you watch it, you might your whole perspective of him changes. It's wild.
Yeah. It's a
sick.
crazy
It's sick.
movie.
I have no
Crazy
clue why I
movie,
brought
man.
that up, but it somehow came up. That's just what
Yo,
happened.
it came up, man. But yo, you taking
Hey,
that dude Eric Anders,
we've heard way
Eric
worse on the show, folks.
for word. But yo, you got Eric Anders, your boy. That's gonna be your boy.
Oh damn.
My boy is gonna be Marc-Andre Barrios.
Oh.
Now, you know I gotta pick Barrios because you know that's my boy, and I did pick when I pick against them. He does lose. He loses. He loses horribly. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna take Barrios on this one. And the reason being, even though he did get submitted by Anthony Hernandez, yo, I don't trust Eric Anders' gas tank, man. I don't trust his gas tank. As Eric Anders is gonna have an explosive first round.
His gas tank. What do you mean, dude? Barrios fucking quit in the third round. The Fluffy
is a grappling menace. Let me see what he's been doing.
Sometimes look what did he do?
Yo, when that dude could grapple, it's crazy.
Let me look up Fluffy. What didn't he just get beat up by someone?
No, last time we did.
Never mind. Fluffy's been on a rampage. I'm fucking retarded.
Yeah, some of the dudes he loses to, you know what I mean, is a hard loss. But when he's beating people, yo, he's mauling people with wrestling. Okay. This motherfucker's just finding his niche. Middleweight Cain Velasquez. I'm gonna take Powerbar though. I'm gonna take Powerbar. I think Powerbar's gonna get this win. I think Powerbar can even get the finish, but that depends on how bad he wants to finish.
Man,
Eric Anders has the strongest, one of the most strongest first rounds than most fighters in that division. Oh shit, this dude's getting wailed on.
But yeah, is this like a girl Gumby thing with the Sabrina Mazzo, or is this the thing that you really like, Powerbar?
I actually really like Powerbar. I like it. I like the way he fights.
Okay,
he brings ridiculous pressure. That's what it is.
Because
he doesn't care.
I can't handle if you got some Boston love for someone or if you got some Brooklyn love going on. I can't. I just like I can't decipher.
I really like
code like fucking Nicolas Cage. I gotta know, you know.
Marc-Andre Barrios is good, and this fight will go right into his style.
I'm not saying he's not good. I
know.
He's kind of slow, bro. Like
this matchup is suited for him, but it's also suited for Anders. But it all depends. If Barrios gets out of the first round with this dude.
What if Barrios? What about the leg kicks from the southpaw from that Anders is going to throw into him?
Anders is going to try to throw a couple leg kicks. I see that.
Well, he better. He better. I mean, I'm just saying. If Anders wins, he better be coming hard, and he better be going for the midsection of the big guy. I mean, that's just me though. I mean, you can call me dumb, call me smart. I like smoking weed, so you call me whatever.
You're right.
You call me a queer, call me a fiend, call me a fucking dream. I don't even care. Call me in between. But the point is that I just really want. I'm having a hard time seeing. I think that like Eric Anders has not really quit like a little girl ever to me.
I don't know. That man got finished by Andre. Andre Muniz finished him in the first round, if I remember correctly, a while back.
Andre Muniz?
Yeah.
He was kind of big though. He's a big ass fool.
There's a couple guys that have gotten their way because Eric Anders is kind of gun shy. He don't want to throw those shots that he's supposed to be throwing.
I'll give you that.
Sometimes he puts himself in these positions where he could be winning the fight, but he gives it up. And that gas tank is questionable, man.
Okay, but
that's why I'm taking Powerball on this one.
Andrew Sanchez and Anders are kind of the same person.
Andrew Sanchez.
Andrew Sanchez beat Barrios, and a long while ago. Obviously, he's gotten better since then, but so has Anders. I'm just, I don't care. I'm not betting this shit. For some reason, I'm sucking.
I'm gonna go with Powerball.
Maybe it's because I just went on a road trip down south, but I'm sucking Bama, dude. I sucked the Bama dick. But
Yo, that's his boy. That's his boy, y'all. For size, that's his
I guess he's
boy.
my boy. He sounds like he's really my boy after that statement. But the next fight, the night B, you get to break it down first. It's Dan 50K. Ige takes on Nate Landwehr. And talk about there's going to be violence in that fight. And then this is going to be a fucking very good fight here, B. You get to touch it
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of the more challenging fights, man. This is also for a spot in the rankings, man. Dan Ige's number 13 in the featherweight division, bro. And if Landwehr could get this win here, boy, he put himself in there, man. But yo, Dan Ige, 50K Ige, 16-6, man. 16-6. He is the favorite here. 31 years old, 5'7" with the 71-inch reach, representing that extreme couture, man. He's been 2-3 in his last 5.
Bro, Dan Ige has been more impressive than I liked him to be, but he's also 2-5, 2-5.
Yeah.
So, but he only wins when I want him to lose.
But yeah, he's fought some tough dudes though.
Oh, bro,
it's not like
he's fought the toughest motherfuckers in all those losses. Let's bring up those losses before I disrespect them like that. The 3 losses are Masvidal Evloev, who not a lot of people want to fight, Josh Emmett, who's a fucking Ninja Turtle madman, and Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie, right? And so, fucking A. And then Kelvin Qatar, this guy's fought everybody lately.
Hell yeah. And think about it. Ige's never been finished. He's never been finished.
I know, it's wild.
That is crazy.
It's that Hawaiian blood, right? Is he a Hawaiianer? Is he a Hawaiian?
Yeah, he's Hawaiian, yeah. It's crazy. My dude is a beast. Just freaking nuts, man. And then you look at Nate Landwehr, the train, Nate Landwehr, representing Tennessee. This dude here is something else.
Fucking former M1. Was it M1? He was a fucking smashing it.
Yeah, M1 champion, man.
Dude, and he's he is like an Aztec warrior Holmes. He's fucking crazy.
That dude is nuts, bro.
Yeah.
You know, he came in the organization debut. He took that loss against Herbert Burns. He beat Darren Elkins. He lost against Arosa. But since then, man, submitted Ludovic Klein, beat David Onama in that insane war.
Oh, yeah.
And then finished Austin Lingo. Choked Austin Lingo out. Bro, he is out here for real. And regardless of how crazy he sounds when he gets on the mic to talk, his heart's in the game for real. This dude will go out there, test his chin. He got the chin, he got the medal. But his skill is really, really like he's one of those more so underrated guys in the division. And yo,
he's the dude that he would be represented in Bloodsport type of motherfucker. That is Nate Landwehr. He would literally he is Jean-Claude Van Damme type motherfucking friend.
Hell yeah. And in a fight like this, I would usually look and be like, you know, like as you say, take the vet. Take the OG, you know, the veteran over the other guy. But yo, I got a sneaky feeling. Nate Landwehr gets this done. I may even go one step further. Nate Landwehr might finish Dan Ige.
Dude, okay.
He may have the ability to do so.
Because that's how I thought I was crazy and just smoking reefer, which I do, but Bro, did you see? You saw the stare downs at the weigh-in, right? The final.
Yes,
one?
I did.
You know, like there's a such thing as body language, and there's such thing as like jaw twitching, and whoever breaks like a stare first, you know, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
And so Dan Ige and Nate Landwehr, Nate looked like he's like, motherfucker, I'm coming to kill tomorrow. Like, do you know that you may die today? Like, and I love
the time.
I love that. What are the odds the makers have on this beef?
They got Landwehr as an underdog.
Oh my god, that is so
and
crazy.
that is fucking sick.
What is the hold on? What's the TKO KO prop? Hold on, let me look that up.
Right here, they talking about
that could be crazy because that he could knock him out.
yes,
Dude,
he can even submit Ige.
Hey, plus 800. Oh my god. Landwehr inside distance is plus 400, but TKO KO is plus 800 B. I'm throwing down half a unit on Landwehr for that B because that's $50 plus 800. He could do it, B.
There's a possibility, man.
It's worth the
There's
$50. I've done dumber. I've done way dumber things, but so I'm gonna be throwing down $50, half a unit down. Nate Landwehr wins by KO TKO versus Dan Ige plus 800. It's no disrespect to Dan Ige, but he has been in a lot of abusive wars in his time here. Has not been punished for it abruptly, and Nate is a fucking monster. He scrambles well too. He is not a fucking quitter. And so this is it's a good bet too, B, you know.
Word.
It's going to be a fun bet at that, and that's also a good part of betting. So, but with that said, I'm glad that Mr. B agrees that we're both going Nate Landwehr there. The next fight of the night is between Mike Mallet takes on Adam Fugit. So Mike Mallet is Canada's own, and he's taking on the United States' own as an Adam Fugit over there from Oregon. 34 years old from the U.S. from the American, and then 31 years old for the Canadian. 6'1" for both of them, 77-inch reach for Adam Fugit versus 73-inch reach for Mike Mallet, which is a little concerning because that's a pretty significant reach advantage. Adam Fugit is 9-3. He is last win was versus Yosaki Koshkunita. Elbows from ground, one. I don't really care about that one. He lost to Michael Morales round 3. Michael Morales is a bad man. I kind of, I mean, I don't know what to say about that one, but I don't like he's lost the guillotine choke grappling. Not a lot of experience for this guy, Adam Fugit, and I guess that's why. I mean, he's coming against the Canadian zone here, and everyone's going to want proper Mike Mallet to win 9-1-1. He last took on Johan Lanisi, who won by arm triangle choke round 1. Don't really care about that win either. Just to be fair about that, Mickey Gall he beat. Don't really care about that one either. So this is like very weird fight here. What do the odds makers have? Got to be evenish, right? Michael Mallet is, oh my god, negative 220. I see why. I mean, I like the Canadian, but negative 220 plus 180 comeback for for Adam Fugit. I don't really have a dog in the race other than I like Mallet, but he looked like he was kind of undersized at the stare downs, huh, B? Did you see that at all?
A little bit.
Just a hair.
It looked even. Just a hair. Okay. Just a hair.
Just a hair. But I mean, I'm gonna go Mallet. That's what I originally had picked, but I don't have like a lot to fire. I'm not firing on it, and that's what I'm reading. I'm reading that Michael Mallet. But what do you say about this fight, B?
This is a good matchup. This is another one that people question. Why is it placed on the position of the card?
Yeah,
it's on the main card. Like why? Why? You know what I mean? Interesting thing about Adam Fugit. This dude stopped the rise of Solomon Renfro, who was a hot prospect that was supposed to come to the UFC. He knocked that dude out in round 1 in under a minute, which was really impressive. Since then, the UFC has not looked at Solomon Renfro as a call-up yet. And he lost to Austin Vanderford back in 2017. That is crazy.
Is that Mrs. Van Zandt?
Yes.
Oh
yes. Which is insane because where was Austin fighting in this weight? You know what I mean? Like, this dude is fighting, you know what I mean? Like, this dude was fighting 185. Was he fighting 185 Vanderford or 170 Vanderford? But that's crazy.
Yeah, 170 they fought at, I guess.
But, yo, my dude, Mike Mallet, trains with Team Alpha Male. That dude is gritty as gritty could get.
Oh, yes.
My man is always game, bro. I don't understand it. Why is he this way? He's been knocked out once though, and that was what we talked about by Hakeem Dawodu a while back. You know, that was 155. You know, respect it. But other than that, Lo Johan Linnaeus, he did piece up Lo Johan. He managed to beat that reach and get him, beat him up, take him down, submit him. Did that. Mickey Gall, he beat up Mickey Gall bad, man. And he
Bad.
also beat Solomon Renfro. He beat Solomon Renfro as well. And Smatrisky, he locked up that guillotine choke well. This dude got skills, man. His grappling, his grappling you don't see a lot. His wrestling, you're not talking about Canadian fighters, they're grappling. He's with alpha male, so you know that wrestling is there. But he likes to stand and bang with people, man. I think he'll be good enough to defend. I think he'll be good enough to get in those strikes. I can see him getting a finish. What you saying?
He's skilled. He's very skilled. He's very fight IQ. Like I said, I just don't like the number. I just wish it was a little like negative 150 or something, you know?
Yeah. It was a little bit more even for you, more.
It just like to make me jump all over because Adam Fugit ain't no slouch.
No. This might even be a sneaky fight, man, because Fugit, you see Fugit's debut, he was game, man. Kinoshita, he was way bigger than Kinoshita. Kinoshita should have been fighting at 155.
Oh, yeah.
That's clear. That's clear as day. These dudes look like two totally different weight classes. But, yo, Fugit is game. But I'm going to take him a lot. I'm going to take my Mike Mallet. Yeah.
That's my boy. I'm glad that you agree. The next fight is the co-main event, Bees, and you get the pleasure of breaking it down first. It is Charles Du Bronx Oliveira takes on Benny Dariush.
God
Let's
damn.
go. Man. This should be the main event in my opinion, but I'm not gonna hate.
You want to talk about a fight? The number 1 versus the number 4. Jesus Christ. Benny. Man, I have sat and thought about it.
I want to know what I can't wait to know who you have picked on this one.
And watch videos and look at all this stuff, man. Bro, let's go. So we got the man out of Iran versus the man out of Brazil. Charles Oliveira, 33 years old, 5'10", 74-inch reach, represents Sao Paulo, Brazil. We have Benil Dariush, who's 34 years old, 5'10", with the 72-inch reach, representing Iran, as I said, training out of King's MMA. Charles Oliveira trains out of Shooter Box MMA. Shooter Box, Diego Lima. What do both of these gyms have in common? That man, Rafael Cordero. Cordero has trained alongside with those dudes in Shooter Box.
Amazing coach.
He was the guy who created Shooter Box, pretty much. Those dudes who took that lineage, carry it on. He has his own gym with Kings, training Benil. Boy, oh boy. The submission leader versus the dude who's been red hot in the division, man. I know this is Charles' first fight back.
The submission leader versus the BJJ black belt on a red hot streak.
Yeah, man. Yo.
Which it makes it interesting.
It really is crazy, man. But Neil Dariush has been on a roll. He's been beating these folks. Was it Tony Ferguson? He just beat Matheus Gamrot. He outclassed Matheus Gamrot, which was very surprising.
The gamer's no joke either.
No, and he did that, man. He beat Gamrot by decision. Tony Ferguson by decision. He beat Diego Ferreira by split decision. Knocked out Scott Holtzman and Jakar Close and submitted Frank Camacho.
He took the hot sauce from
Drew
Scott
Dober.
Holtzman.
Yeah, and beat Thiago Moises on this 8-fight win streak. 8-fight win streak. This is nuts, so. You know the last person who had an 8-fight win streak when I was right on the cusp of a title? That man, Tony Ferguson.
Khabib or something like that.
And also this dude, Khabib, too. Charles Oliveira as well. But, yo, this man, Benil, got this wrestling going on. His grappling is very methodical, though. Really good control. He locks up control. He's not even trying to get a submission on you. He just wants the control. And he'll pummel in these positions regardless, whether it's your back, whether it's the side mount, half guard, whether it's in your half or your full guard, wherever he's at, he pummels and keeps position. Good with the striking. We've seen the striking improve greatly.
Very good.
Got a chin on him. He got a chin on him.
Powerful.
Got a chin on him. But Charles Oliveira, do Bronx, man. Come on, dog. Before this dude lost to Islam Makhachev, this man had a historic run. From Clay Guida, Christos Giagos, Jim Miller, David Tamor, Nick Lentz, and Jared Gordon. No, Kevin Lee. All those fights he won by finish. Tony Ferguson decision. Finish Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje. Finish Gaethje in the first round.
Gaethje's a bad man.
God damn, man. This dude has improved his striking. His grappling is world class. World class. Whether he pulls guard, takes you back, wherever he's at, man, don't try to sneak on him for a takedown or he gets you in the guillotine choke. He is very dangerous. What we're looking for, though, is how improved has his striking been. That if loss against Islam exposed a lot of holes in his game. The fact that he moves in one line, he doesn't take his head off the center line.
Yeah.
Islam managed to land those hooks on him, nasty hooks and punches.
And Islam isn't that crazy of a striker, dude.
No.
Let's be honest.
But he forced Charles into the worst positions and the bad choices that this dude made. He also managed to show the takedowns. The fact that, Islam managed to use that Sambo and use the wizard to get some takedowns. Judo tossed him quite a bit. Just showing that no lateral movement, just linear back and forth. Like Charles was really tight. Like he didn't fight loose really. But then that was kind of like the problems with his last couple of fights though. He threw a lot of good strikes. He moved somewhat all right, but he was there to get hit. Poirier, he was there to get hit. Chandler, he definitely was there to get hit.
Chandler, he almost lost in the first round.
Yeah. And it's bad. Like you put your chin on the line there. But boy, oh boy, man, what you gonna do? The thing that got me scared is that Charles Oliveira is once again an underdog. That is a big question mark right there. Charles is an underdog. And whenever Charles is an underdog, he's going to do some dangerous shit.
Yeah. He used to get doubted all the time, remember?
Yeah. That's how we got this legendary streak, even when he had the title, underdog. Like, what? Bro. Beneil Dariush has been waiting for a long time to get this title shot, bro. But I think Charles is gonna come back and get this underdog win here, man.
I think so.
I think this will be our third underdog on this card. Yeah,
100%. Yep.
Yeah. I think this will be it.
Like, listen, you heard me do a Benny on the Block cheer when I started this, and that's just because I love me some Benny and I love me some Benny on the Block. But let's just be realistic here, okay? Benny on the Block, his wins are nothing compared to the resume that Oliveira has gone through. I know, and like, no disrespect to Tony Ferguson or the gamer, but like, it's just not the same on the win streak that Charles Oliveira had to do to get to where he was. Charles Oliveira's BJJ is sick. The size, did you see the size of Charles Oliveira be when they squared up?
Yeah, Charles got body. Charles got frame on him, man.
Oh man,
it's a big kid.
Yeah,
it's a big kid.
Oh, he's a big man now. He was a kid when we met him. Remember? I mean, we're that old in the sense.
And here's the crazier shit about it. That man weighed a pound under 155.
Yeah.
What the hell?
And he looked amazing, and he didn't bitch about the weight, and no one cried about it. And that's when you know that something's up, and he's real focused and dedicated. I know they opened up at there's a plus 125 number, negative 150 for Benny the Dariush, depending on which book. It could swing 20, 30 cents each way. But I'm gonna be throwing down one unit on the underdog, Charles Oliveira, to be doing the damn thing versus Benny on the block. I think that this is just a great fight for Oliveira to come back, showcase why he was the champ to us, and why he what had such an impressive run. And for Benny, it's no disrespect to him, but this is just a whole different level of a person than Tony Ferguson or even Mateus Gamrot at that. But if Benny wins this fight, man, holy fucking shit, I will have a whole new respect for him.
Definitely. Kick your bass. What's up, bro? He's on the chat,
Kick your
man.
bass, how you, bro? With that said, the main event of the night is Amanda Nunes takes on the Irene Aldana, my Mexican Chicana. And man, I feel like they're really disrespecting my Mexican counterpart here. We got Irene Aldana. We got her at a plus 250, negative 320 for Amanda Nunes. I mean, do they forget the boxing that Irene Aldana has? I don't give a fuck what Amanda Nunes has in the boxing department. It is nothing, absolutely nothing in the sense that Irene Aldana has. And so if Irene Aldana can stuff these takedowns and or get up after being taken down and break the heart of Amanda Nunes, I don't know what the fuck the odds makers are thinking, other than the fact that this wasn't supposed to be Aldana's fight. It was supposed to be a rematch. So, am I fucking crazy? Because I'm about to throw down on the Mexican Chicana. I really think that she could fucking box a Nunes face off, bro. Like Nunes boxed off Ronda Rousey's face.
I'm gonna tell you something, Mike. I'm gonna tell you something. I sat and I thought about this fight. I've thought about this fight for years. This matchup, I thought about this fight for years. I'm dead serious.
Dude, Aldana, I've been on top of and Grasso since the beginning, so I believe you.
I've thought about this fight for a couple years now. When Irene finally came to the UFC, I've talked about how much Dana White and them, they love that girl. Her and Grasso, they love those two.
She's big too.
She's a big girl, man. She's had some losses in her career, but she's managed to tie up some things and look really good in a couple fights. Her last couple fights, she's been in some wars in the UFC. Lucy Pudilova, she fought Raquel Pennington. She knocked out Ketlin Vieira, and Ketlin was like the number 1, number 2 girl. Knocked her out cold. Freaking finished Yana Kunitskaya, bruh. Amanda Nunes has been here. She's done that. She's dominant as hell. We could break it down as much as we want to, but we've seen it all already.
Bro, she beat Cyborg in front of me in Los Angeles. It was wild.
Bro, I can't believe she smoked Cyborg like that. Bro, still to this day, I can't believe it.
We were I had a bet on Cyborg, I believe, and I was sitting there stunned with the crowd.
Bro, when I seen that, my jaw dropped. I said, I can't believe she did this. And you know what's bad? I kind of predicted the only way she could have won, and she actually did that shit.
Yeah.
It was just put the pressure and just not back off. But yo, we digress. I'm gonna take Irene Aldana as well.
Oh,
and it comes down to the later rounds of this fight.
That's what I'm talking about.
It comes down to what happens the second and third rounds of this fight.
Yep.
I won't even put it on the first round, because if she manages to do something to rock Amanda Nunes and win the first round, jaw dropper. But I'm taking it somewhere between the second and the third round for Irene to do something big. It's just that girl is gritty, man. She really goes in there and she's really about the fight. She's with it. We don't really necessarily see her in a lot of 5-rounders, and if there are 5-rounders, they're kind of long, boring 5-rounders. Her and Holly Holm were kind of boring. You know what I mean? I know she fought Pennington. That was a good fight. But the whole has been her takedown defense. That's been the thing. The takedown defense. But she's had a lot of time to improve.
Yeah, to improve all that.
Yeah. She's managed to improve a lot of that stuff, actually. and keep things on the feet and just land her strikes and use an occasional takedown here or there. Bro, I think she's the better boxer of the two. Amanda
100%.
Nunes will be the more rounded MMA fighter of the two, though.
Yeah,
Um,
for a bit, till she gets stunned.
And that's it. I'm looking for Irene Aldana to do what Grasso kind of did and stick and move. Stick and move, land those shots. That boxing is those hands. Because we see Grasso lay up Shevchenko with those hands. Irene could do the same exact thing. And, yo, I'm telling you, man, I believe we may get an Anu on
That's
Saturday.
what I'm talking about. And it'll be huge.
It's crazy.
It will be huge for the UFC to have another Mexican champion, let alone another woman champion. And I've fucking followed Grasso and her since the beginning with UB, and we've loved them to death. And so I gotta back my mouth and my ass since I've done it. I've always do. And at the plus 250 number, it's just so disrespectful. I am willing to throw down $100, one unit down at the plus 250 number that she does the damn thing, money line. So any way possible, just get it done. But I think we have we have a fucking absolutely historic run here. And then we go to Mexico and have a fucking sick event there in Mexico in front of all the fans with multiple Mexican champions. And if you guys don't know, I mean, Hispanics in the fucking the raza culture always support their own, just like boxing and De La Hoya and everything that's made that. It's very big for the sport to have Mexico, just like UFC Africa, right, B? And so when we have UFC Africa, hopefully they should have already had that because there's so much talent. There's so like I don't even get into it, but no black, no white shit, but UFC Africa, there's so much talent in Africa that we probably wouldn't even have any fucking one playing sports other than fucking the Africans, and because there's that much talent of children that don't even have a chance to hold a leather baseball glove or a hockey stick or sports that aren't fathomable to a kid over there. So anyway, I can't wait till UFC touches Africa. I'm very stoked about UFC investing in Mexico. I feel like the UFC did fuck up a little bit with Ngannou in Africa because Ngannou was such a good person in the sense for his culture. And so hopefully Aldana could do this here for the fucking Mexican people and the underdog herself and the show here for me and Mr. B, the KOPE. We appreciate you guys being back here for the show. We have not done one in a while, but this card warranted me and Mr. B coming back definitely for that. And I missed shooting the shit with him, and you guys got to hear a couple retarded rants of myself that come as normal and expected on the show. But Mr. B, you want to shoot out where you'll be tomorrow night to watch the fights and tonight and as always on Twitter and the OK Live or somewhere. What is it?
Sure, man. Yo, I'm on here. New Year, same B at Mr. B 1986 on Twitter. You know the deal. I tweet, retweet stuff, all that cool thing, all that coolness. I'm on OK Live. I got an OK Live account. OK Live is an app on your phone, mobile.
If you can't stream your stuff, you Mr. B always got your back.
Word. I'm always there, man. Whenever fights are going on, I'm on there. So you check me out there. I'm still doing this little show joint on Wednesdays, the B-sides of the fight game. I've been dropping a couple joints there on Wednesdays.
Nice.
It's just me rambling about the cards, what's happening during the week of the cards.
Wait, that's on YouTube?
Yeah, I have that on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got that on YouTube.
I didn't even know. I didn't know you did that. You just started that a little while ago?
Yeah, a little while ago.
Okay, yeah. Well, definitely. Yeah. Well, then we definitely support that because Mr. B is very knowledgeable and like if you want to just hear like recap of stuff that you wouldn't think of, Mr. B always has your back on that. I found him on Periscope long ago and watching him without even knowing because I was like at weddings with my girlfriend and then I'd be like on the road and I couldn't catch a stream and Mr. B would have my back and our other boy Fight Compa, him and Mr. B, the legends from Periscope. So But I really appreciate you being here, my man, Mr. B. What is your your YouTube handle? Same thing.
Oh, Mr. B, man. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Mr.
Cool.
B.
All right.
Mr. B
Yeah,
on
definitely.
YouTube.
We'll have to add you there, and I'll do that too because I didn't know you even started that little adventure, but probably because I took a
Yeah.
break being an idiot as well. So, but I appreciate every single one of you guys tuning in, liking, subscribing, showing us some love. We'll see next week how we did on our bets, and we usually do a good job. Should be exciting event here, the pay-per-view in Vancouver, Toronto, Canada, or Vancouver, Canada, not Toronto. Fucking total idiot. That's a total French side, I believe. I didn't even know. My buddy from Vancouver told me that they don't really like the crazy French providences, and I was like, wow, you guys have like little clashes back and forth. It's so weird, but it makes sense because that's how it is even in the hood. So, but until next week, until next time, till we have a good card to talk about, my man Mr. B and I will be back to shoot the shit. Really do appreciate you being here, Mr. B. I love you, man.
Of course, man.
And every single one of you guys love and appreciate your families as you have them. Have fun barbecuing and watching the fights this weekend. And peace out.